Hey you guys, so I just had some men drive up real slow past me and they go, "Do you need some help with that, pretty?" No, no man, I got it. Look at what I got. I think he was talking about the plants being pretty. But anyhow, yeah, they were having some clearance deals at the Ace Hardware, so stay tuned. That's what we're gonna do today. Let's go through what we got today, and I will tell you that it was not as pricey as you think. Most everything was on sale, on clearance. So these are the same as last year's. These are Supertunia Bubblegum Pink, and I had them up front, and they did fabulous last year. I changed out with a different color. In fact, honey was one of them, and then and I have another stripy one. We'll go look at it in a second, but I changed it out, and now I'm kind of regretting because the color that is sitting with the honey over there is clashing with the honey. So I got 3 more. They were $3 each. For all this right here is $3. So we are going to go ahead and put these here. Let's just take them over there. We're going to go ahead and put these out here. Now this is actually not a Proven Winners one, but it looks identical to the Proven Winners. Look at that. There's the honey Proven Winners, and this is the whatever, almost like Proven Winners. Let me get that name for you. It's actually called Cascadius. Whoever FE is, I'm not sure who that brand name is. But anyhow, we're going to throw these in here. They had 1 Proven Winners left over, but they, I like the quality of these a little bit better. So we're gonna come in here and replace these adorable little other ones. These look good, but I just don't like how they're not matching as well as I thought with this. And so we're gonna match these with the Bubblegum Pink. And so I think that's a way better fit. And we'll put those in the front by the fence. My little tag broke here, but we have Susie Yellow with Eye. So that's in the black-eyed Susan family, the Thunbergia. I think that's how you pronounce it. And it's a little climbing vine with a beautiful little flower. So this will be perfect going up a fence, or probably up a fence or the trellis. Either way, I don't care. I think that'll be super nice addition to the garden. And I have to learn about this one. I hope it's perennial, that it'll stay alive year after year in Central Florida. This is sorrel, and it's new to me, but it's a perennial. So I want to add it with my other perennial herbs, sort of spinach-like stuff that's up there in the south garden. So I thought that'd be a cool addition. It's got a little color to it with those red veins. I love that. Next, this is Alyssum, and it had a special name. Let's see if we can find the tag. Here it is. Whoops. So this is clear crystal lavender shades, and there was only one left like this, and the rest were all white. So I thought, okay, if we're going to go ahead and put in a bunch of pinks and that other one from I don't know the name, but if we're going to go ahead and go with pinks up there where the sunflowers and zinnias were supposed to be, I think we can add this color in there as well. And we'll probably go get more plants for it, or add more zinnias to it. Actually, that would be a great idea. But I need to get some color up there right now because I just don't like it being blank. And then my other favorite, my husband's absolute favorite, is Gora, which is, this is Beliza dark pink. They also come in a white and I believe a light pink. And I just saw today that they have petite ones too. So we wanted the full size one. Uh-oh, I broke a little limb here. But they're such a nice garden, especially butterfly garden edition. Butterflies absolutely love them. So this is going to go in the butterfly garden, which looks absolutely pitiful between the heat and then the freezes and the hurricanes. So we got to pretty much this spring look at replacing 90% of what was up there. And then while I was there, I just couldn't help myself. I wanted to try tarragon. I've never tried growing tarragon. And then some sage and some Genovese basil. So these look pretty nice. We're going to start some plants also later today. So this is what I got, believe it or not. Oh, the Gora was probably the most expensive at $5.97. What was this one? Oh, $6.97. Okay, so the Black-Eyed Susan's the most expensive. Does it say if it's perennial? Huh, doesn't say. Okay, so let's get this project started. Let's pull this out. Sorry about the full sun, but it's a really nice cool day. It's in the 60s, which makes this perfect for transplanting. This one looks so beautiful. I absolutely hate to disturb it, but I think if we grab all the roots and as much dirt as possible, we'll have a really successful and easy transplanting. Carefully lift up, find the edge of where it was originally in the fall. Oh, I hate doing that. You can hear the crunch of all the roots. I obviously need more mulch in this garden, don't I? Can do that another day. Let's pull that out. Get this one in. Even though this is not a proven winner's plant, it is essentially the same genetics. They look identical to each other. So there we go. It's in there. Let's take my shovel's worth of dirt. Get it back in there. Ooh, look at that. Big old fat grub worm. I'll save that for the chickens. All right. So what we're just gonna try to place them around as if it's been here a long time, but it hasn't. And yeah, we will. I have to go get. Actually, I need a couple bags of dirt, and I'm gonna probably also need some mulch, red mulch. I'll get those on another trip. But there we go, one down, and really could use some more dirt. Oh well, anyhow, let's keep going. If you're new to the channel and wondering why I have black plastic in such a small garden, it's because I had a massive invasion of nutsedge in here year after year, and I was going through difficulty with my thumb and of course bending over. I had multiple medical things going on last fall, and I just decided to go ahead and cover it because I was done with fighting the nutsedge in here. All right, let's pull it over to one side, and then I'll make this way open for the dirt. Ah, there's another grub. Oh my goodness, that's ugly. 2 for the chickens. So anyhow, I think these are a way better match for the front garden. I thought I'd be clever and have a, matching some really different stuff, but it turned out to be kind of a flop as far as I'm not very coordinated at matching things. I don't think this particular variety likes full sun. You see, they're coming right up through this black weave. This nutsedge grass is relentless in here. But I don't want to use any chemicals either. It's just ridiculous. All right, let's grab this one. This one's struggling a bit, like it's 2 of the 3 were struggling, so that's another reason to replace them. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's bring them all out. That looks pretty good, actually. We'll pull just a little bit of dirt out. We'll get the plant on in. And then this project is complete, other than watering in. But maybe you gotta water it in a little bit for us too. Before we walk away from this front island, I wanted to show you, this is one of the honeys that were established out here. Look how it's growing right to the edge. It's beautiful as it's really starting to take off this spring. And it should, you know, even though I'm planning on buying more mulch, it should absolutely cover this whole area. Last year I had bubblegum pinks in here, and 4 plants covered this whole area. I want to say it's 8 to 10 feet across in diameter, and this year I have 6. So we should have no problem filling it in. We should look peak beautiful at April or May. So now that this variety is out, I'll have to look that up and try to put it down below what the name of this variety was. But it's also a Supertunia Vista and or a Mini Vista. It's one of the 2. And so I do think maybe that goes in better with the pink of the bubblegum pinks. Look at the weeds. That pellitory weed is just strong in here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the cultivator tiller /tiller, and I think we'll run through this very quickly, make quick work of it, so it just looks tidied up and pretty for when I put the plants in. We'll have like instant beauty. All right, you guys, so let me just show you a quick update. You can see here in slow-mo versus in fast mode, time-lapse, Alyssum, and the one I don't remember, the bubblegum pink, the one I don't remember, the bubblegum pink. I had to change my spacing a couple times, and then the one I don't remember. And then I had gomphrena seeds right here where Buddy's just stepped all over. And I went ahead and I kind of sprinkled them throughout. So we'll see if we can't get that gomphrena to pop right back up here. And oh, what else did we just plant? We just put in the sorrel right here. So I'm starting a little perennial spinach area. So the sorrel's going to be a beautiful addition right here. Then we have Ciso spinach. We've got Chief Kubo's spinach, edible leaf spinach, or hibiscus, maybe they call that. But it's the thin leaf, it's not the thick one. Then I have more Ciso down here. I've got the Mexican sunflower, Mexican shrimp plant that needs a little trimming. But all that looks great. I still have some potatoes volunteering coming back. So we're just going to keep letting this area be white sweet potato area unless I really need it. Sometimes I use the front for something. Everything looks good. It just all got a little watering since I put the plants in. And let me just show you real quick right here. The borage. Remember those little bitty babies? I've got one about to bloom any day now. This one's like an overachiever, but the rest are you know, probably a week or two behind. So this borage looks really good. We're gonna have something bringing bees in. Then we'll have bees here, and then petunias, they'll have their pollinators, whatever they bring in right there. So that'll be really nice to have up here. So now what we need to do is go start the, what are we starting? The sage, the tarragon, and basil. Let's do that. Squish it down. I did put water in that soil, but it was so dry. It looks like this side's a little bit wetter, but oh my gosh, it looks like there's been nothing done to that soil. Okay, so the first thing we got is sage. I actually have leftover preserved sage from last year, but let's go ahead and just go through the process. See if we can get a few of them going. They're also pretty in containers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that would be like 10 plus a hair, bit more. Okay, let's get the tarragon. I'm missing a packet. Must have dropped it somewhere. I gotta go find it. Oh, this is really little. The tarragon seed is very tiny. Okay, and then there was Genovese basil. They also had sweet Italian basil, and I was tempted to try that. Genovese is tried and true for me. Oh, but you know, it's tempting to want to try something new. See if the flavor is different. So I'm doing 2 rows of, actually, you know what? I'll do 3 of the basil because I really want to put up some basil. Okay, let's do 3 of those. I bought myself some more of these little plant label sticks just because a lot of my old ones are being written over 2, 3, 4 times. Thought I'd treat myself. All right, let's cover and water. Just lightly cover. That tarragon seed was so teeny tiny, it probably doesn't require much dirt. Maybe it doesn't require like any dirt. I guess I should have read that packet. Start seeds indoor, sunny location 6 weeks before transplanting outdoors or sow directly into well-drained soil, then or transplant. So it says 1/8 of an inch deep for tarragon, 1/4 inch for sage. We're good there, we're good with sage. And then 1/4 inch for basil. If you're keeping track, you might have noticed that I didn't actually plant the Gara. So the Gara is going to go up front in the butterfly garden, and Jack and I were kind of talking by text and trying to figure out what's the best way to do that. So I think I'm going to either go back up there, or I might have to be at a big box store to find more supply, because I think there was only one of the big version up there in Titusville. So I think I'm going to have to go somewhere else and find a couple more, and we're gonna place those underneath the window. And then I'll find, they had Gerber daisies, but I'm also like looking at blanket flower, Sweet William, other things to be put in the butterfly garden closer to the front door. So, and then we will do our annual Mexican heather that lines the walkway. I absolutely love that. We'll do that again. That'll be the 3rd year in a row. And that's always a crowd pleaser. People come over and they go, oh, that's so beautiful. Like, you know, it is something different, you know, when you see a little tiny hedging type flower that just is beautiful. And it does freak some people out because it brings in bees, but you know, we're not worried about it. The bees are absolutely not attracted to us or whatever we're doing. They're just all over that Mexican heathers. We're gonna leave our herbs in the shed, in the she shed. So the basil should come up in 5 to 10 days. The tarragon comes up in 10 to 14 days. And then the sage should come up in 10 to 20 days. So when that happens and we start seeing life in the trays, I'll bring you guys back for an update. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe and help us grow this channel. Trying to do a lot of good things for especially the Florida grower, but for any grower. And we're in Zone 9B, so you know, we're a little different than the rest of the country. And every little bit of information helps. Spread the word. Take care, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.